Hey guys, I'm back with another process video. So I'm starting off, I'm just showing you I did some stitching with one of the Amy Tangerine templates along that side. It's a bunch of arrow chevron-y type thingies and I used my gold thread to stitch those through. So I did that off camera for obvious reasons. And then I'm going to put that on this background paper, which is from the Craft Market by Crate Paper. I'm still using my Crate Paper kit that I pulled out all my Crate Paper stuff. And then I just had a random piece of vellum on my desk, and so I just kind of layered that in there because that paper was cut like at an odd shape. And then I just pulled the edges up a bit. So, yeah, I am using some papers from Confetti here. Some are scraps and some are ones that I pulled out intentionally. Nah, that flower paper was really hard for me to pull because it's like one of my favorite papers in that collection. But I'm going to use it on this layout just to map my photo. So I just have these strips and I'm just layering them together and I'm going to map my photo. This is a 4x4 photo printed off my selfie and it's of my youngest daughter, and this is the first time that she ever had her hair straightened. She has, both of my girls have really curly hair, and so she was really excited about it that day and we did a little mini photo shoot. So this is a cut apart sheet from the 6x6 pad, and I'm just cutting all of the little elements out of it, and I'm gonna layer them all along the left side. So nothing is glued down yet, but I spared you watching me mess around with those because it kind of took a while to get them how I wanted them. And I'm gonna take this worn lipstick distress ink and I'm just going to distress all of the edges just so that they have a little more definition as single pieces, even though they're going to be layered all together. So I also am going to kind of skip forward. I'm going to do a couple here so you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. But I'm just distressing them with that worn lipstick and then gluing them down. So I'm sorry if you can hear the kids. My nieces are over, so they're playing. So there it is, all glued down, the strips and everything. And I popped my picture up on some foam tape there. And I stapled a couple little bits on there, little flag type thingies. And I'm going to place a couple of these doilies underneath my photo just so that it has something solid, you know, behind it to separate it from all those layers and stuff. So I'm going to stick that down, and I cannot get that one doily down there to do what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to mess with it for a second, and then it'll be fine. There was a little tag underneath it that said I love you on it, and I wanted that little bit to show right under the picture. I mean, it's really a tiny detail, but I didn't want to cover that up, so that's why I kept messing with that doily. So now the picture is down. I'm going to take this washi tape, and this is actually some Kate Spade washi tape that I found at like Marshall's or something, and it's black and cream diagonal. It looks white until you set it against something white, and then it really is more of a creamy color, and so it goes really well with the crepe paper lines because they kind of have that cream base to them as well. So I'm also going to layer that just on the top and bottom of my photo, just again to let the photo pop out a little bit more from all the busyness that's going on in the layout. And I just stuck a little tiny piece under those flags that I stapled on the picture. So I pulled some pieces out, some ephemera and chipboard and stuff. That chipboard frame I just laid down is from Craft Market, I believe. Yes. And then this little die cut punch out thingy is from the confetti collection from the paper die cuts. And I'm going to use the negative and the positive. I'm going to put the negatives, the positives straight. Is that how you say it? Or is it the negative? Well, either way, I'm going to pop the heart up that goes in the middle, just right on top of where it should be. And then I have this little banner that I cut from Shock Flea Market. I used a little bit of my flea market, and it says something like love you, or one of those cute little word bands. And so I'm going to put that on the heart as well. And then this three is from Confetti, and she is 3 years old in this picture. This is right before her fourth birthday, actually. And so, yeah, I'm just going to use that three and pop that up. And that Love wood veneer is, I believe, I got it from Joann's. I'm sorry, I can't remember the company. I know it's not Studio Calico, but it's just a wood veneer that says Love. And then that butterfly is from the confetti chipboard. And I'm going to move that three over just a tiny bit. I don't really know why, but I did. So I'm going to end up using that Love wood veneer as part of my title. So I really love those pieces in the Craft Market chipboard, and I wanted to use them, but they just didn't mesh well. And so then I pull out this heart from the Craft Market chipboard, but I'm going to end up pulling that up also and replacing it with a sticker in a second. I kind of thought about using one of these frames to contain some journaling up there, but I just thought it was just too heavy, too much in that corner up there. I kind of wanted that corner to be free, just because there's stuff on every other part of the layout. So I'm just going through things, trying to figure out what my title is going to be before I keep embellishing. And then this is where I'm going to pull that chipboard heart up, and I'm going to replace it with one of these stickers from the Craft Market collection. And it has like a gold foiling around it, and I forget what it says, but something cute. And I'm going to use one of these gold clips. These are from the Heidi Swap Memory Planning line that you can find at Michael's. And it's just a gold circle clip, and it has a black heart in the middle of it. And so I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to use a little tiny bit of Tombow glue. Obviously, I tried my ATG. It won't stick to metal, duh. But I just use a little bit of Tombow, and I stick that on there just for a little support, because it's not like I'm putting it from from the top. I'm kind of shoving it in the side. So I'm going to use these gold Mombi stickers, clear stickers, for the rest of my title, but I'm going to take this worn lipstick and just color this wood veneer a little bit, give it a little bit of pink, and use my Tombow again to just glue that down. And the title is going to be Livy and Love. So my daughter's name is Olivia, and we call her, one of the names we call her is Livy. And so, yeah, I just thought it was like a cute, simple title. So Livy and Love. I'm going to grab an ampersand from this font. This book has lots of different fonts of gold stickers. So Livy and Love, that's done. And I'm going to look at these puffy stickers and use a few of these. Um, what am I going to use? Oh, I'm going to use a couple of the banners down here. I'm going to layer two of them in that lower corner of the photo. And then I'm just going to use a couple of the triangles, I believe, just as little accents, one by the title and one up by the upper left corner there. Apparently also by my photo, a little heart. So those are down, and now I go sequin crazy. So I really have loving the look of like a lot of sequins lately. So I try to put that on here, and I'm using three different shades of pink in a couple different sizes. And I think these are Teresa Collins sequins. And I'm placing them, and then I'm going to pull them up, and then I'm going to put them back down, and then I'm going to put some little tiny cream ones in as well. So you're going to see me kind of go through a few changes with these sequins until I get them how I want. So there I am, pulling them all up, and then I'm like, no, I do want the sequins on there. So now I'm going to start digging again and putting them back down, and eventually I will glue them all down. Sequins are such a funny thing because they're meant to look random, but it takes a lot of work to get them in the perfect random look that you want, I guess. I don't know, I just think that's funny. So yeah, so I'm digging through the way I have my sequins organized, they're in that tower container, and I just have like all the pinks and reds together, all the blues and greens together, all the whites and creams together, and so sometimes I have to dig, and they're all different sizes and different colors. So sometimes I have to dig a little bit to get them, and sequins have that static cling, so they're like sticking everywhere and they're slippery. But finally, I get my life together, and here we are. The sequins are glued down. So we're nearing the end. I am going to do, oh, I'm going to grab a gold, one of these gold chipboard hearts, and I'm going to layer it on that black and white diagonal stripe heart. Just one, just a little something. So I'm going to glue that down, and then I'm going to do a little bit of journaling to the right side of all that ephemera that's going vertical above my picture. And I'm just using my brown Sharpie, and my journaling is just talking about how this was the first time her hair was straightened, and just talking a little bit about her personality at this time in her life. And just she's a really fearless kid, and she's very stands on her own already. And so I just think that's cool. And I'm just writing that I hope she never loses that. And yeah, stuff like that, and that she's perfect just how she is. The normal gushy stuff we tell our kids, right? So yeah, I just do a bit of journaling. Actually, I don't do this much journaling very much, so I was really proud of myself that I did that much. Yay! And yeah, I'm gonna take the one of the Maggie Holmes roller date stamps. I think that's from Styleboard, and I'm gonna stamp adorable and that worn lipstick just to the side of the picture there. I'm gonna do a few Heidi Swap Gold splatters, little I've been into like the little tiny splatters lately. So I'm just hitting the brush lightly so that I just get these tiny little ones. And that's going to be it. I'm going to do some close-ups, and there's some stills at the end. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.